You can learn more about a person in the first 3 seconds than most people learn in 3 months, if you know what to pay attention to. Think about the last time you met someone new. In that first second, your brain made a judgment, trustworthy or not, confident or not, safe or not. By the third second, you already had a feeling about them, long before you could explain why. You didn't consciously choose that impression. Your amygdala did. Researchers at Princeton discovered that we form impressions in less than 1/10 of a second, before logic, language, or reasoning even arrive. But here's the twist. You can train that ancient instinct into a deliberate skill, and once you do, you'll begin noticing the subtle signals most people overlook, the ones that reveal tension, confidence, insecurity, deception, or attraction. Today, you're going to learn how to do exactly that using a simple, powerful system. 3 seconds, 3 zones, 1 accurate read of a human being. In the first mental second, attention goes straight to the face, because it's the brain's fastest and oldest danger detector. Start with micro-expressions. Dr. Paul Ekman's research showed that real emotions appear on the face in 1/25 of a second, tiny involuntary flashes that reveal what someone truly feels before their social mask locks into place. A flicker of fear, a tightening of the eyelids, a half-smirk that appears too quickly and disappears too fast. These are emotional leaks. You don't need to memorize every possible expression. Just pay attention to the moments when something looks real, and then suddenly gets covered. Then shift your mental focus to eye behavior. Not the basic, do they look at you? But the deeper question, does their eye contact match the moment? Confident people's eyes move naturally. Anxious people glance away too quickly. Manipulators often hold eye contact longer than normal because they know you associate prolonged eye contact with sincerity. And finally, consider the pupils. Controlled by the limbic system, not willpower, they widen with interest and warmth and contract with discomfort or defensiveness. Even in different lighting, relative changes reveal emotional truth. 1 second, 3 signals. The emotional tone has already been revealed. But the face is only the spark. To understand the flame, the second mental second shifts focus to the body. The body doesn't lie because it doesn't have time to lie. Posture exposes internal states before words try to cover them. Decades of evolutionary psychology show that confidence expands while insecurity contracts. Shoulders, chest positioning, spine alignment, breathing patterns. These cues reveal how someone is relating to the moment. A second powerful cue is torso direction. Humans instinctively orient their torso toward what they want and angle it away from what feels uncomfortable, boring, or threatening. If someone says they're listening but their torso points toward the exit, their body is telling the truth their words don't want to express. Mirroring is another hidden indicator of connection. When people feel aligned or safe with each other, their movements subtly sync. Similar postures, similar rhythms, similar pacing. When mirroring suddenly breaks, something emotional has shifted beneath the surface. An unspoken disagreement, hesitation, or moment of tension. Now comes the third second, the hands. Hands are emotional amplifiers. They reveal tension, distraction, readiness, and sincerity far faster than language. Open palms generally signal openness or honesty. Closed fists, clenched fingers, or hands tucked away often indicate tension or caution. When people touch their neck, face, or clothing, they often do so unconsciously to soothe themselves during moments of uncertainty. Fidgeting alone doesn't mean much, but changes in fidgeting mean everything. Relaxed turning restless, or expressive turning suddenly still. Even subtle gestures, rolling an object between fingers, tapping fingertips, rubbing palms, reveal what words will try to conceal. And in formal settings, handshakes provide another window. A dominant handshake subtly rotates downward. A nervous handshake softens or retreats. A balanced handshake stays vertical, steady, neutral, equal. 3 seconds. Face, body, hands. One person decoded. Now let's put this into practice using imagination, a powerful tool for strengthening psychological perception. Picture a job candidate walking into an interview. Their smile appears briefly but fades quickly. Their shoulders rise toward their ears. Their hands remain hidden in their pockets. Based on the system, you instantly see the story. The disappearing smile signals polite performance, not comfort. Raised shoulders indicate tension. Hidden hands show uncertainty or lack of readiness. The person might be talented, but internally, they're not grounded yet. Now imagine a first date. Someone sits across from another person in a cafe. Their torso leans forward politely, but their feet angle toward the exit. They laugh at a joke, but their fingers drift to their neck. Leaning in shows social engagement. Feet toward the door show internal conflict. The neck touch signals self-soothing, pressure and uncertainty mixed together. They're not disinterested, they're navigating unspoken emotions. Now picture a negotiation. Two business partners sit across from each other. One relaxes into their chair. The other sits still, then suddenly begins tapping one finger on the table. That tap is a pressure valve, a controlled release of impatience or disagreement beneath the surface. Understanding why this works requires going back to the origins of human survival. Thousands of years ago, humans didn't have the luxury of slow introductions. Survival depended on reading subtle shifts in posture and tension instantly. The amygdala evolved into a rapid analysis machine, scanning faces and bodies for threat, dominance, sickness, or unpredictability. It reacts 40 times faster than the conscious mind. In one study at NYU, participants judged trustworthiness from images shown for just 34 milliseconds, far too fast for conscious reasoning. They weren't guessing, they were decoding. In modern life, that ancient system still operates beneath awareness. All you're doing now is bringing it into conscious focus, learning to notice what your brain already sees. Sometimes these cues become clear through stories we've all witnessed. Imagine someone who appears warm, charismatic, and trustworthy on the surface. The smile, the jokes, the confident tone. Everything looks right at first glance. But subtle signals don't match the presentation. Their hands remain hidden. Their torso angles slightly away from others, even during moments of apparent connection. Something in the atmosphere feels misaligned. And eventually the truth comes out. This person had been concealing something important. Intentions, background details, motivations, relationships. The signs were there the entire time. The body reveals what the mouth tries to hide. And this leads to an essential ethical principle. These skills are meant to deepen understanding, not to manipulate. Used for exploitation, they drift into psychological warfare, and that path always costs more than it gives. Now imagine applying this skill in high-stakes environments. At a poker table, professionals don't rely on single tells. They watch for clusters. A trembling hand means nothing by itself, but trembling hands paired with a tight jaw, averted gaze, and pressed lips? That's a pattern. Professionals don't read faces, they read changes from baseline. In sales, the same principle applies. If a customer says, "I'm thinking about it," but their body leans in, their pupils dilate, and their hands stay visible, they're genuinely considering yes. But if they lean back, avert their eyes, or hide their hands, they've checked out mentally long before their words admit it. And in social situations, one of the strongest cues of emotional truth is baseline versus deviation. Everyone has a natural movement rhythm. When someone suddenly becomes quieter, more rigid, more animated, or more restless, that shift is the real story. Humans rarely alter their baseline without emotional reason. Before mastering this skill, a few myths must be cleared away. Crossed arms do not automatically signal defensiveness. Many people cross their arms because it's comfortable. You must check other cues before drawing conclusions. Lack of eye contact is not a reliable sign of lying. Some liars stare intensely. Some honest people look away because they're shy or overstimulated. Eye behavior only matters when compared to baseline and context. And no single cue ever reveals the whole truth. Real psychological reading is about patterns. The body is a symphony, not a single instrument. Bringing everything together, the 3-second system begins with the face, where micro-expressions, eye behavior, and pupil changes reveal emotion before words do. Then the body, where posture, torso direction, and mirroring reveal comfort, interest, or avoidance. And finally the hands, where gestures, tension, or stillness reveal intention and sincerity. Practice this system daily, not to judge people but to understand them, not to manipulate, but to navigate. Because the moment you can read people clearly, you stop being blindsided by hidden motives, subtle red flags, and unspoken emotional shifts. And when you're ready to go deeper, when you want to explore the psychology behind manipulation, persuasion, and hidden influence, there's an entire playlist on dark psychology waiting for you. It reveals how the human mind works beneath the surface and how to protect yourself while understanding others more clearly. I'll meet you there.